What if you could get cinematic 4K footage, a silky smooth 3-axis mechanical gimbal, and a 5.5-inch touchscreen remote, all without paying premium brand prices or without filling out a single piece of FAA paperwork? Meet the Ruko U11MINI 4K RC3. Right out of the box, this little quadcopter breaks all the rules in the best ways possible. Tipping the scales at under 249 grams, it's officially FAA exempt for recreational pilots. No registration headaches, just unbox, unfold, and launch. Under the hood, you're looking at a 8K photo resolution and a 4K crisp video, stabilized by a true 3-axis mechanical gimbal that keeps your footage rock solid even when the wind decides to push back. And can we talk about this remote? Ditch the awkward phone clamps and the tangled cables. The RC3 remote has a dedicated 5.5-inch HD touchscreen that boots up instantly. Pair that with an insane 20,000-foot FPV transmission range, and you get a buttery smooth live feed that lets you explore further than ever before. Worried about battery anxiety? Don't be. With up to 64 minutes of total flight time across the included dual batteries, you've got over an hour to capture the perfect shot. Plus, with the intelligent GPS return to home, auto takeoff, and beginner-friendly flight modes, even complete novices should be able to fly this with total confidence. So is the Ruko U11MINI the absolute best budget-friendly mini drone on the market today? Only one way to tell. You've been watching the footage. Let's go talk to me at the testing facility and hear about what my actual real-world experience was like with this drone. All right, it's been a couple days of flying this Ruko U11MINI, and I have some really interesting answers for you here. Should we start with the issues or should we start with the good things? I think I'm going to start with the good things. There were very few issues with it, but nothing's perfect, so we'll talk about them at the end. First off, let's talk about the giant size of this display and this controller. At this price point, this is so ridiculous and so worthwhile. Just the idea of getting rid of this stupid phone on the remote is an absolute, you should get this right now kind of situation. That's how big of a value add that is. The 3-axis gimbal on here with the 4K image, again, really amazing quality image. You've seen the image, you're watching the image, you've seen what it looks like out of here, and you can absolutely use this on a qualitative basis to kind of create YouTube content, that kind of stuff. Look, it's no DJI, it's not supposed to be a DJI, but it is way more reasonable for what this is than a DJI. The value here is absolutely incredible. Putting it up in the air is super simple, super easy. You just put it on the ground, turn this thing on, wait till it gets enough satellites, and boom, you're gone. Great. Super easy to fly, intuitive. I never had connection issues at all with this and this. No range anxiety whatsoever. I did fly it out of range just because I got to do that and tell you, and it flew right back just the way it was supposed to, landed within like a 6-foot circle. Absolutely what I expected it to do. So let's talk about a couple of those mild downsides just to be fair about things. Okay, number one, mild downside, it's a little windy day. As you can tell, I am flying it out over the water. All drones are altitude sensitive over water because they get the reflection off the water. They can't tell exactly how high they are. You have to be very careful with those situations. Generally fly higher than ever getting near the water. But I got to do stupid things for you to make sure I've tested everything out. And in general, while it is fine and within a normal range, it is definitely a little pitch sensitive over water. When it pitches forward and flies, it seems to lose altitude as it flies, which is very disconcerting when you're over the water. Now, I always keep it like right in front of me in eyesight, and like if it's getting too low, I just fly it up higher, which is really right. The bottom line of these rules are you're not allowed to fly out of your direct eyesight, so you should be watching it over the water. It should never be a problem, but I want you to know if you don't pay attention and you fly it low nearing the water and you're just flying far away and you can't see it, you might get a splashdown there. So just use your head and fly it the way you're supposed to. The other interesting issue, which doesn't devalue this at all, but it is definitely a little laggy. There's definitely more delay in the UI on this than what you're used to with the DJI. Does that change anything? I don't think so. Does it change the experience? I don't think so. But if I don't tell you this, somebody would be in the comments, you didn't tell us it's a little laggy compared to a DJI. The other thing that's interesting, not a downside, interesting is it has a really, you hear the fan running. I mean, it really puts out a lot of heat and the fan's on. It is pretty darn loud. Definitely cooling itself off while you're using it, and it never overheated or anything. And I am in Southern Florida. It was hot when I was flying this thing, so it absolutely works perfectly. I do want to remind you, this was provided to me to do this review, but they gave me no instructions. They're just like, yo, here, fly it. And actually, I will tell you, I've flown some Ruko things that I didn't like in the past, and they still have always had trust in me. Say, tell them what you find. So this is absolutely a game changer, worth every penny. You cannot possibly go wrong with this. If you want to get this, there's a link here on the screen. There's another one down below. They help out the channel a little bit, so I'll say thank you in advance for those. If I've added some value here, please remember to like the video, follow the channel, and put in the comments, are you going to fly it over water? Is this an issue for you? Have you noticed ever in the past with you, have you ever sunk a drone? I have definitely sunk a drone. Again, doing stupid things nobody should be doing, but I've definitely sunk a drone. Have you sunk a drone? I'm curious. Put that in the comments. Additionally, YouTube's going to show you another video up here that they think is really good and you'll enjoy, and I think they're probably right about it. Bottom line, you'll enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to the past. You've already seen this fly, you've heard the review, you know all about the features, you've seen the video. You're just curious what it looks like when you open it, and I am super curious because this is my first drone that I'm getting from Ruko that actually includes a display on the remote. I am so excited about that, so ready to be done with all the stupid attachments for the cell phones. This is so much better. Obviously, just real quickly while I'm opening it, I'm going to talk to you about it. So this is the U11MINI, so it's under 250 grams, technically 249 grams, so you don't have to start registering. It is legal to use pretty much anywhere that drones aren't specifically restricted. Let's see what we have in here. We have a instruction manual. That's always a good thing to have. Nothing big there. Ooh, this is a big remote. Okay, I think I'm gonna make you wait a minute to see that, and then we'll talk about that. Comes with at least 2 batteries. Let me show you what they look like. This is the 2700 milliamp hour battery that comes with it. There are at least 2. Let's see if there's one in the drone itself. Just told me there's one in the drone itself. It just spit it out at me. Whew, this is a cool looking little drone. We have a real brushless 3-axis gimbal for the 4K camera on the front. I always like when they come with the basic description of what all the features do on the remote, so you know it's just a nice easy card to have with you. Ooh, look at this thing. Honestly, I gotta do one quick comparison. So look at this. Here's the remote for my DJI Mini 3 Pro. Look at the size of this thing. Look at how much bigger the screen is. I hope it's nice and bright so I can see it, but I absolutely love the bigger format. Plus, it's got a nice solid feel in your hand, rubberized, buttons on the back, buttons on the front, all the normal places you expect to see buttons. All right, you now know what this thing looks like when it comes out of the box. You've seen the review, you've heard all the details about it. If you have not gotten it yet, please use that link on the screen or down below. They both help out the channel a little bit. I need to get the heck out of here. I want to go play with this thing. I gotta charge things up and go fly. I'll see you in the future.